Euphoria. Noun. Definition 1. A state of intense happiness and self-confidence. Definition 2. A feeling of happiness, confidence, or well-being, sometimes exaggerated in pathological states as mania. Definition 3. A feeling of great elation, especially when exaggerated. I feel like I am universally undefinable, but if I had to choose, I would say that I'm a euphorian. Nirvana is the serene state of mind in Buddhism, in which one is at one with everything and inner peace. The opposite is the world of duality that human beings are destined or cursed to live in, where one is either below the line or above it. And personally, I choose to stay high above the cutoff point. That's euphoria. My turn? I'm going down. Under. I'm zoning.
Refrogging pussy that's pinker than Miss Piggy. He's all jiggy snort ass that rips witty. Please God, searching for everything he's not. Restart to end no levels for speed's hard. Retard the sprite with a spiky beat pop.
Welcome to the next episode of Who Dat. In today's guest we got J Complex, most of you all know him as Gizzy, and I don't know where the both the names came from.
Gizzy, grade 9, I think. Let's start from the beginning. Y'all know Gremlins?
Yeah.
The movie. And there was the one that could talk, and he was nice and shit. His stuff, etc. His name was Gizmo. And when I was born, you know, Gremlin got huge eyes. My little mind looked dumb. I came out with my eyes open. Like, they're not to spank me and do all that check-in. So, little man started reminding me of Gizmo. And when that story reached high school,
Gizzy.
Became Gizzy.
And that was your rap name for a short time, then you came up with J Complex.
And J Complex was born with J.
Of course.
And I was thinking about Wiz name for the longest, Wiz Khalifa. I was like, I want something cool. I can come up with nothing. Complex just, it came out too simple, but it's there now, so we can stick with it. And it started out, you know, because I always had beef with everybody, not getting my line, at least not thinking stuff I wrote was, but it should have been, you know, because it's always deeper. Well, that's where Complex started from. Then after that, I felt like that was just too much. Like I was pushing my, like saying I'm too complex on my own. And all the types of like contradictions and stuff, you know, like all the things we spoke about in my music is what I realized the complex came out to. So it's not just saying like I'm complex, not just all this stuff that happens, it's just so unnecessarily complicated.
So where just your journey in music started from?
Grade 9, 10 of soccer, high school. That's when everybody was rapping. In 07, pretty much everybody in bass. And the rap was the thing. And then being social, you know, pariah that I was. It was a cool segue to get. It was a possible cool segue to get into the in crowd.
Right.
Did not happen, but that's where it started out from.
And you mentioned bass. How did you get involved in bass?
Bass. By the time we graduated, the whole group was just friends. Like after graduation, we was always by each other's house. Like always, all 10 of us or whatever. Because before, like that period, I wasn't cool with any and everybody that was in the group. Right. To this day, I don't remember Kyle and Albert being in soccer in grade 7. like they came to grade 12 as far as I know. And so that's how bass got started. So
prior to trying to get into the cool crowd, where you never used to write or say I'd listen to me say I could do this one day?
Hell no. When I was really young in primary school, I was listening to NSYNC albums.
Right.
And I was singing them. That was the only thing music. Other than that, I wasn't deep in the music. NSYNC, right? Yeah. I wasn't deep in the music, or especially not hip hop that much. So I didn't think about it until that time came. I don't know. I can't even say like what was the exact thought to say James could start doing this now. But no, I'm a newbie. I'll probably be a lot of flack interviews when they ask stuff about like Bone Thugs and Big and stuff.
These are the history. But I'm thinking about the time you started. That's the time during Wayne's reign. So
yeah, that was slightly like in the very beginning. Yeah, it was. It was so
I would say that was a lot of influence on you.
Yeah. Then you know he's not my biggest influence, but at that time he was hot, and people were focusing on lyrical rap, like abstract lyric, not even abstract, but just, as opposed to just everyone was just rapping before saying straightforward. But people started noticing the fact that all metaphor was the thing. You know.
So we at that time. Anyone else were you listening to at that point? I think that was Lupe dropped around the time too.
Lupe definitely, because Chase of bass, gave me a couple albums like because it wasn't a popular notion, the fact that Gizzy and Sack was strapping and being whack at the time. So Chase is like, he didn't like me. He was like, if you're gonna do this for real, you take it seriously and study up. And one of the albums he sent me a set to listen to was Food and Liquor 1, and I think it was by third track. We have a track is Sunshine, because it was early on.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. And then I didn't have a way to rap. I didn't know how to rap about a lot of things. That was like, at the time, the stereotypes of rap. So since Sunshine was a love song, so to speak, about a girl or something. One of the things, few things I could relate to. And then the way he uses words, and that set me down this whole path.
It's amazing to hear you tell these stories about how you were the whack when you were the new one, but in 2 weeks you're dropping your 4th project, and that's more than anyone else in bass combined.
That's combined.
Combined. So tell us about your journey from the bass mixtape to now Religion Rouge, project by project.
Bass mixtape the first thing I was ever done. Came out after that.
That was,
I think that was after that, yeah.
Was it?
I think so. I'm pretty sure I think so.
Pretty sure the bass mixtape came out before.
That's what I'm saying.
Before
you're asking.
I
can't.
I've telling you.
If you know, yeah, okay, so then we agree.
Okay, yes, sir.
Unnecessary. But, yeah. A bass mixtape. What was the question again?
I want you to take us through the journey of your raps and your journey through music from
right.
the bass mixtape.
Bass mixtape was, it happened, and the fact is, it's like Travis and chemistry. Even in the clique of the most talented dudes around, you had to show and prove, you had to step up. It took a long time to show and step up. But bass mixtape at that time, I was just, it's not whack. It wasn't great. There's some good stuff that happened, but I was not whack. And I always had to record myself, so I ended up recording everybody and mixing the whole tape. And so that just set me down the path of also still to this day recording myself and mixing everything myself. You a bad girl, you a down with it. Pussy so wet, I might drown in it.
Make sure you don't drown. I'm drowning. Slow me down. I'm drowning. Hold me down. Beneath the influence and let me drown. Make sure you don't drown. I'm drowning. Slow me down. I'm drowning. Hold me down. Beneath the influence and let me drown.